Hey guys, I'm back. My name is Roxanne. For everyone here who stops by, stumbles on this video and doesn't know me, my name is Roxanne, and I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on February 17th, 2017. So I am coming up on 2 years post-op. I honestly believe that VSG saved my life. It helped me lose a lot of weight. It really did a lot for me in the sense of keeping me on track, helping me be the tool that it's meant to be. So I'm grateful. I am really grateful for the surgery. I'm really grateful for this tool. I'm really grateful for everything it allotted me to do. But like I said, had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on February 17th, 2017. About 15 months out, I lost 100 pounds. Maybe not even that long. Maybe, I don't know. I lost about 100 pounds. And after losing 100 pounds, something like up here was like a little off. And I had decided at the beginning of 2018 that that was what I was going to work on. I was going to work on the mental aspect of my life, because having lost all this weight, having done all this work, and to still be struggling internally with, one, insecurities, two, I'm a very anxious person. I never have been like diagnosed with depression, but because psychology is kind of my major, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, I kind of do see symptoms of depression. I have seen them throughout my whole life if I really track it. So self-diagnosed, I really do think I kind of suffer from that. Did I say everything? I said anxiety, very insecure. I had so much rooted in the identity of being this 350-pound woman, okay, that actually beginning to melt away, that all it left me with was the raw, undealt with things in my life, basically. So at the beginning of 2018, I had decided that I was going to work on myself. I was going to work on the inward parts of me. I was going to work on my spirit. I was going to work on my soul. I was going to work on my emotions. I was going to work on all those things, my mind, all those things, and try to get those under control. And in doing that, I realized how, unchecked my emotions were, unbalanced. I pretty much out of control. I had done a lot of work in 2018. So for the first couple months, like I think by May, from like March to May, I got down to like my lowest, which was 231. And the more weight that I lost, the more insecure I became. It was like I would go and I'd have to buy new clothes because my clothes weren't fitting because they were too big. And I would literally almost have a freaking panic attack at the store because I had to buy a smaller size. It was something about correlating a smaller me with who I was inside. It just wasn't lining up for me. And it was freaking me out. It was causing me all kinds of anxiety. I mean, when I say anxious, I mean anxious. It came to the point where I stopped shopping in stores and I just began to shop online, because I would just click the extra large. I would click if I was going to Junior Plus, I'd click the 2X and I would just get it and send it to my house, and then, it'd be there. But somewhere while I'm working on all this emotional work, I began to really, I've been going to really work on myself, and it's hard when you're working on yourself, and when you start to get stuff like dealing with grief that you haven't dealt with in years. I had a sister who passed away in 2001. Never really grieved that loss, dealing with how I got up to the weight that I was, like what caused me to balloon that large. I've always been a big girl. I've always been chubby. I've always been big. Like I've never been small. So like people were like, oh yeah, when I was in high school, I was more like when I was in elementary school, I was like in the 150-pound range. Like, so I've always been the heaviest person in the room. So not to be the heaviest person in the room, to be the same size as my friends, I don't know. It just, I didn't know who that person was. So I was working on all of this stuff 2018, and probably from like June to the end of the year, from like the last 6 months of 2018, I began to gain. It was slow. Totally. I like right now I am 269. And I have, hold on. And I've come to the realization that dealing with all the stuff that I'm dealing with inwardly is really important. But in doing so, I know that I reverted back to old habits. And I just want to talk about how important it is, like when you're losing weight, to also work on your mental and to work on your emotional and to work on things that you just haven't dealt with. And for me, but it's super, super important to, like, as you're losing weight, to work on, to work on your self inwardly, because I feel like had I been, from the day that I had surgery and how prepared I was for this process, had I been working on all the things that I hadn't worked on, all the things that I suppressed, all the things that I ate, all the things that I had done to myself with food and all these emotional attachments that I had, I feel like if I had worked on all those things when I should have worked on all those things, I would be in a better position right now, and I wouldn't have gained the 38 pounds in the last 7 months. And that's one thing that I'm really positive on. Like, it's so important to work on all the things on the inside. Hold on, I have a 3-year-old who's calling for me. So I would suggest, like I was saying, I don't remember where I left off, but I know that it's really important. Go pee. I really know how important it is to, now I know how important it is to really work on both, like to tackle them both. And I know it's already hard enough to, just lose the weight. It's already hard enough to do just the physical work of, changing your lifestyle and doing all that. But I think it's so important that we work on our mental part of this, because if not, it's just going to be like, I can only speak for myself, and I'm just talking from my own experience. I'm not talking from anybody else's experience. I just feel like it's really important to stress how important it is to do that. And I'm speaking from, like I said, personal experience. And that's how I began to gain weight. And I wasn't really, at the time as I was gaining, I wasn't really thinking about it in that sense. But I was letting, like, it's hard work. Like, people think self-care is like bubble bath, getting your nails done. No, self-work is painful. Self-work is looking in the mirror and pointing out all the ugly. And not in the mirror and pointing out all your flaws physically, but pointing out all the ugly stuff that you haven't dealt with, dealing with grief that you never grieved, dealing with the insecurities that have held you back, dealing with your anxiety, dealing with your depression, dealing with your unchecked insomnia, dealing with the things that are going on in the inward parts of you that you have yet to deal with. Self-care is seriously one of the hardest things I've ever done, but one of the most rewarding things. So this year, my goal is really just to try to couple them together and see what the results are, to see how I fare that way, because I'm not the same person I was, in 2017, and I'm not the same person I was in the beginning of 2018. I have, grown tremendously, leaps and bounds, and, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and share that, because I think sometimes we pretend like we got up to these weights because McDonald's was excellent. No, there's a lot of things I think we leave undealt with. And it's just easier to just not deal with a lot of things because it just is. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys because that's where I'm at. I don't have any definite plans on how I'm going to lose this weight or how I'm going to get down to goal or anything. But I do know that I'm going to do it. in my own way, one day at a time, one step at a time. And, you know, I'll be happy with however this turns out. I'm still working on myself. I do go to counseling. I go every other week, but I'll be starting to go next month in February, next week, every week. It's a beautiful thing to have someone to express and talk and really just be vulnerable with, who's not judging you. He's not looking down on you. So I just really wanted to talk about like really doing the mental work of this thing, because you start to lose this weight and things begin to change. I don't care what nobody says, like stuff changes really quick. Friendships change, you know, people treat you differently, you know, and now you're just sitting in limbo because it's like, what? But yeah, I definitely just wanted to get on here and express, you know, what's been going on with me for the last couple months, why I've been gaining so much weight, what really caused the weight gain. And what caused weight gain is me really working on my inward parts, really working on the root of the problem, and me not being so focused on, oh, the scale, my weight, but really focusing on my whole well-being. And I know some people are going to say, well, you gain weight. How is that working on your whole well-being? Well, I gained the weight, but I feel like I'll be able to really keep it off after I become completely honest with myself. So, all 2019, my goal is to be whole, to be healthy, to be strong. And when I say to be whole, I mean whole as in a whole person, to be well, completely. So that means emotionally stable. That means a clear conscience, like a very sober mind. And it means to be very confident in my own skin at whatever weight I'm sitting at. So yeah, I hope your 2019 is going amazing. I hope you have beautiful goals. I hope you have a beautiful year. I'll try to post some videos throughout the year. Can't really promise that I'll post more. But I will try to post a couple just to update you off of this one. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I don't post often. I always say that I'm going to, but between being a nanny and working a second job, I'm tired. So again, I hope you guys have a beautiful new year. I hope you have a great, I really hope you have a blessed new year. So thanks for rocking, Roxy. Bye.